The Premier League 24-25 season is nearly here. Get ready to experience the passion, the roaring of fans, and the ultimate pursuit of glory. Manchester City have won 4 Premier League titles in a row, and now are gunning for a 5th. Arsenal are also looking to finally win the Premier League after bottling it twice in a row. Liverpool, who have lost their position as the next best team after City are looking to re-establish their position and also compete. Aston Villa are new entrants to the top 6 and will want to improve their standings for the 24-25 season after coming 4th in the 23-24 season. Tottenham, who narrowly missed out of the top 4 position, have vengeance against City, who cost them that position in their mind. And Chelsea? Well, Chelsea definitely are cooking something too, but will it be enough for them to surpass every other team in the top 6? Can they be the dark horse to end Pep's dominance with yet more signings and a new manager? Any team that wants to end City's dominance will have to be perfect. Twice Arsenal have come close to overthrowing City, and twice they failed. Liverpool lost to them after getting 92 points in the 21-22 season. Pep, even though he has a defined way of playing, is very adaptable and constantly makes tweaks to his team to get them ahead. When City lost a bit of form in the 23-24 season, they were able to adapt and came from behind to win. Sure, the ending of the season was nervy for City and Arsenal. It gave fans what they have come to love about the Premier League, a nail-biting contest. City's pre-season hasn't been stellar, but there is something crazy about their pre-season. They are relying on a lot of youngsters, and even with that, it is clear that City will be dangerous. They have in their ranks the electric Oscar Bob, who has had an incredible pre-season. The versatile forward has been toying with defenders all pre-season long, and if he takes that form into the league, he will elevate City. He isn't the only thrilling youngster that City have. They have completed the signing of Savinho, who has made a name as an incredible winger by helping Girona punch above their weight. It is unclear if Savinho will play during City's first match of the season against Chelsea on the 17th of August, as he has missed most of City's pressing games, but Oscar Bob could be used in that game. City will want to prevent a repeat of losing Cole Palmer to Chelsea. With a player like Bob, City will cause Chelsea all sorts of problems. In 60 matches between the two teams, City have won 27, while Chelsea have won 26 times. The two are close to each other and always produce a great contest when they play each other. Their matches against each other in the 23-24 season were some of the most entertaining games. It was end-to-end football for 90 minutes. There will be differences in how Chelsea will play this time around, as they have a new coach, but it'll still be an interesting matchup. Will City win the contest? Well, Chelsea haven't truly settled into the rhythm their new coach has set, and this could work against them as City will be in full flow. After the Chelsea game, City will go and play the newly promoted Ipswich Town. Ipswich will want to get at least a draw in that game, but may find City impossible to contain. So, I am predicting a win for City. City's third game, which will be against West Ham, could provide fans with massive entertainment and an upset. West Ham have been smart in the market. They have signed attackers who will elevate their game. The Hammers have signed Niklas Füllkrug and Crescencio Somerville. Füllkrug, who was formerly a Borussia Dortmund player, has scored double-digits goals for 3 seasons in a row. Somerville had 20 goals and 9 assists for Leeds United in the 23-24 season. West Ham have even gone to sign their version of Rodri in defensive midfielder Guido Rodriguez, who will help with dictating how they play. I can't wait to see how that match will turn out to be. If City can win their first 3 matches, they'll be well on their way to defending their title for the 5th straight season, unless Arsenal can finally stop them this time around. Arsenal have narrowly missed out on the last 2 titles to City, but this season, the Gunners look locked and loaded. They have signed the versatile Italian defender Riccardo Calafiori, who is one of the best defenders in Europe, but with a twist. Calafiori isn't just your regular defender. He is potent in attack and can score goals. Then there is Jurrien Timber, who has a similar profile to Calafiori. Already Arsenal have one of the strongest defences in the league, and they have now managed to raise it even a couple levels higher. This will put them in a great position in their first 3 matches. When they play Wolves, Arsenal can be sure that they'll be able to contain them. Arsenal beat them twice in the 23-24 season, and it could be more of the same this season. However, I still find it interesting that Arsenal haven't signed a striker for the new season. Well, at least as at the time of this recording they haven't. things could change real soon for them in the transfer market. Although Alex Ferguson did say defence wins titles, and Arsenal could very well manage that without signing new attackers. They very well will need that defence against Aston Villa. Arsenal will want to humiliate Villa. Villa did cost them winning the Premier League last season. Their need for vengeance might not be enough to beat Villa, who have recently become a thorn in the side of top teams. Villa haven't had a great period in the transfer market like West Ham. They have even lost some of their key players. Douglas Luiz has made the switch to Juventus, but Villa have replaced him with Amadou Onana. Onana could be a frustrating player to play against for Arsenal. How will they deal with him? After Villa, Arsenal will play Brighton, and that match will be a hell-in-a-cell type of match. Brighton have significantly strengthened their squad. They have signed a holding midfielder in Mats Wifer, 19-year-old right winger Yankuba Minte, and left winger Ibrahim Osman, among others. Brighton will be a team to watch, and they could throw a spanner in Arsenal's campaign early in the season. Do you think Arsenal will win their first 3 matches? Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Football Pit for more exciting football content. When Liverpool got their new coach, Arne Slot, the question was if they would be able to compete as they did under Jurgen Klopp. In this pre-season, Liverpool have pretty much shown near the same style they played under Klopp. They have that similar pressing, but there is a difference in approach. Liverpool are closer to Manchester City in their approach to games. Slot is a big fan of Guardiola. They have had a great pre-season, with their youngsters showing incredible promise. If the Reds carry their pre-season form into the league, Ipswich could get a baptism of fire in their first match of the 24-25 season. The newly promoted side would want to show themselves and lay the groundwork for an extended stay in the Premier League, but they won't find it easy. I don't think there'll be an upset and Liverpool will win, even if it won't be an easy game for them. Do you think any different? If they beat Ipswich, Liverpool could gather momentum that will see them beat Brentford. Well, that also won't be easy. Brentford are a difficult side to play against, and they might make Liverpool miserable when they play. In the 23-24 season, Liverpool thoroughly defeated Brentford, and it could be the same this season. However, I don't think Liverpool will have it easy. If Liverpool are serious about winning the league, then they have to beat Brentford, because their third match against United will be a tough test. United have been rebuilding their squad. Unfortunately, their new signing in defence, centre-back Lenny Yoro, is injured. In attack, they have new signing, Joshua Zirkzee, who was key to Bologna reaching the UEFA Champions League for the first time in 60 years, and their best finish since 1971. Zirkzee is dangerous because he isn't a traditional striker. He is going to be like Firmino was for Liverpool. He will be the type of striker that creates. With a winger like Jadon Sancho and an attacking midfielder like Bruno Fernandes playing off Zirkzee, Liverpool's defence have a lot to do. Will they be able to cope? Aston Villa will certainly hope Liverpool won't be able to cope with United. They have managed to get into the top 4 as the 4th, and now Villa will want to aim higher than 4th. At least that's what I think. What do you think? Well, they will have to prove their resolve against West Ham, who I believe will make the top 6 this season. I have already mentioned West Ham and their incredible signings and how they can even beat City. I think the only advantage Villa have is that their coach has known their squad for longer, but they too have made some signings. Villa will have a hard time in that match. They'll even have a harder time against Arsenal, as I have mentioned earlier. Although recently they have become a problem for Arsenal. With their recent history, that match will be epic. Then Villa would go on to face Everton. Since Sean Dyche joined Everton, they have become a team no one wants to play against. Everton are an example of resilience. Despite having a points deduction which put their season in jeopardy, Dyche and his men fought with everything to avoid relegation. With that kind of spirit, Villa won't have a field day. It looks like Villa have the toughest first 3 matches. Will they be able to survive those 3 matches? Let's move on to Tottenham, who came 5th last season. As of the time of this recording, Tottenham are in the process of recreating a Harry Kane and Son Heung-min partnership. They are pushing to sign Dominic Solanke, who is also keen on the move. He'll be a fantastic addition for Tottenham, and with him, they'll have an easier time playing against Leicester City in their opening game of the season. Leicester are coming up from the Championship after a dominant display, and they won't find Tottenham an easy picking. Still, they can try. It'll be surprising if Leicester City pull off an upset. I don't think they can, but what do you think? Then after that Leicester game, Tottenham will then go on to face Everton. It won't be an easy match for them as Tottenham love to play a high line which Everton could exploit on the counter. Tottenham might need to be practical in that game and in some of their other matches too if they want to finish higher up the table. But I doubt they will be practical. Their coach is very rigid. Well, maybe it will pay off for them this season, or will it? By their third match of the season, Tottenham will have an idea of how their season will go. They will play Newcastle. Like Aston Villa, they have difficult games to play. Ever since Eddie Howe took over as coach, Newcastle have been a different gravy. They played in the Champions League in the 23-24 season, but couldn't get past the group stage. The team have lost some of their form a bit, but they won't be an easy side to pick apart for Tottenham. Speaking of picking apart, Chelsea have to be firm if they don't want City to embarrass them. I have talked about their match earlier in the video, so I would be moving on to Chelsea's next match, which would be against Wolves. Chelsea just can't catch a break. Wolves have been getting the better of Chelsea recently, but this time Chelsea have another coach who could end their string of losses against Wolves. The Blues have signed a couple of players with Dewsbury Hall joining from Leicester. They have signed a new left-back in Viega and also a new goalkeeper, Philip Jorgensen. Will they be the difference if Chelsea play against Wolves? Chelsea's third match will be a London derby against Crystal Palace. Palace have undergone changes since they hired Glasner. They have a clearer way of playing and they approach a game fearlessly. They can cause Chelsea a significant amount of pain. If the Blues hope to do anything in this game, they have to dig deep. The 6 clubs I have talked about in this video are the entertainment capital of the Premier League. Their first 3 fixtures wouldn't be easy, which is great for entertainment value for fans. After the end of those games, we'll see who will be topping the table and could potentially win the league. Who do you think it'll be? Will it be City again, or will Arsenal finally do something? Let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more.